two households both alike in dignity.
In fair Verona where we lay our scene,
From ancient grudge break into new mutiny.
where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their lives, whose misadventure, piteous overthrows, do with their death and bury their parents' strife.
In fearful passage of their death-marked love, in the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end cannot remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which in view with patient ears attend,
What here shall miss,
our toil shall strive to mend.
Oh then, I see Queen Mab have been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut drawn to the team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. And in this state, she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Or lawyers' fingers who stray dreamt on fees, or ladies' lips who stray on kisses' dreams, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she driveth through a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting emboscados, Spanish blades of hell's five fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ears, at which he starts and wakes. This is she. See.
Go ahead.
He jets at scars that never felt the wound, but soft. When light through yonder window breaks, it is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who was already sick and pale with grief. That thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. It is my lady. Ooh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Two of the fair stars in all the heaven, having some business do entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head? The brightness of her cheeks would shame those stars. As daylight doth the lamp, her eye in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds are seen, think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, if I was that glove upon that hand, then I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope, which craves as desperate as execution. Go home, be merry, give consent to wed. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Take this vial, being in bed, and this disatile liquor, drink thou off. The present through all thy vines shall run. a cold and drowsiness humor, for no pulse, no warmth, no breath, shall testify thou likeness, and this brow likeness of shrunk death. Thou shalt continue 2 to 40 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from bed, there art thou dead. Thou shalt born in the same ancient vault, where all kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt wake, shall Romeo by my letter know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will thy watch waking. And that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to meet me.
Where be these enemies, Capulets, Montagues? See what scourges lay upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. A blooming peace for this morning salad brings. The sun for sorrow will not shew its head. Go hence, and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For is there never story more woe than this of her Juliet and her Romeo?